Now friends, we will be discussing about how to find square root of a non-perfect square number. Till now we learned about how to find square roots of perfect square numbers. Many methods we have learned. In non-perfect square also we have discussed about long division method. Now we will be discussing about a fast technique, some kind of trick, so that you can get the perfect square root of this non-perfect square numbers within seconds. So what I will do, first I will start with some smaller numbers, then slowly we will travel to the big numbers. So first number that I am going to take is 12. You need to find root 12. So friends, you know root 12 is not a perfect square number. So obviously we are going to get the answers in decimals, points. So anybody can say, layman can say, sir, root 12 lies between root 9 and root 16. Because 9 and 16 are perfect square numbers. That is the reason why. Root 9 is 3 and root 16 is 4. So obviously answer lies between 3 and 4. So can I say the answer will come something like 3 point something? 3 point something, right? So it is something like this. So I can write a mixed fraction A, B by C. So it is nothing but 3 point something will come. 3 point something will come. So that obviously in this place of A, 3 is going to come. In the place of B by C, that is a fraction, actually decimal should come. In the place of decimal, I am writing a fraction. Then afterwards, if you want, you can convert into decimal. So 3 point something. So what we need to do, take the just before perfect square number. For 12, just before perfect square number is 9. So this number is not necessary because you know that answer is going to come something like 3 point something, right? So root 9 I have taken, the just before perfect square. So this root 9 is 3, that 3 is going to come in the place of A. Now what number should come in the place of B and what number should come in the place of C? So in the place of B, that means the numerator, the fraction part. What is the difference between this 9 and 12? What is the difference between this 9 and 12? Difference between 9 and 12 is 3. These numbers, 9 and 12. Difference between 9 and 12 is 3. That difference will come in the place of numerator here. B is nothing but the difference. Which difference? The difference between these two numbers. The reference number you have taken and the given number, right? And now what should come in the place of denominator here? Denominator here, this number, whatever this whole integral is there, its double value should come here. Double it. That means what is the whole integral? 3. 6 should come here. What is this 6? Double of, this 6 is nothing but double of whole integral number. Whole integral number. So 3 by 6, simplified it will become 3 1 by 2. So 3 1 by 2 is nothing but 3.5. 3.5. So 3.5 is the approximate square root. See, sometimes we cannot get exact 100% accurate answers, but this method will give you 99% accurate values. 95 to 99% accuracy will be there. Particularly in the competitive exams, when you want to find square root up to 2 decimal clarity, so this method is highly useful. Now my dear friends, let us go for another example. I am taking some another number. I am taking root 18. Root 18. So 18 is not a perfect square, right? 18 is not a perfect square. So it lies between root 16 and root 25. So upper limit is not necessary. So I am taking the lower limit, which is nothing but root 16. So root 16 is nothing but 4. So obviously when I write A, B by C, in the place of A, 4 is going to come here. 4 is going to come. Now in the place of numerator, what I said, the difference between these two numbers. What is the difference between 16 and 18? 16 and 18 difference is 2. And here in the denominator, what number should come? The double of this whole integral. What is double of 4? 8. So 4 2 by 4, 4 1 by 4, that is 4.25. 4.25 is the approximate square root of root 18. Okay, so this is the method. First what you have to do, this just before perfect square number, that square root, the perfect square root of that perfect square number, square root of that perfect square number, the just before perfect square number, that square root will come here in the whole integral part. Next, whatever the given number and whatever the reference number that you are taking, their difference will come here in the numerator part, and the double of whole integral will come in the denominator part. Then you can simplify it if it can be simplified. Then afterwards, if you can convert into decimals, you can also convert into decimals. So this is a very effective method. So it will be highly useful, particularly wherever calci is not allowed to you. Okay. So to find manually on the by using pen and paper, how to find the square root of non-perfect square numbers. Now we shall move on to another example. So root 27, friends, root 27 I am going to find the square root by using our method. So as you know, I am taking root 25. So root 25 is 5. So I am writing in the place of a, b by c, I am writing 5 here. So now what is the difference between 25 and 27? That is 2. 2 is coming here. What is the double of 5? That is 10. So 5 2 by 10, that is 5 1 by 5. So 5 1 by 5 will give you 5.2. So 5.2 is the approximate square root of 27. So now our friends has given some more numbers. So I am going for a number called root 39. So just before perfect square number is 36, root 36 is 6. So what is the difference between, here I am writing, what is the difference between 36 and 39? That is 3. What is double of 6? That is 12. So 6 3 by 12, that is 6 1 by 4. 6 1 by 4 is nothing but 6.25. So root 39, the square root of 39 is approximately 6.25. Now we shall take another number, that is root 87. Root 87. So root 87, the just before number is root 81, that is 9. 9. What is the difference between 81 and 87? That is 6. 81 and 87, that is 6. So double of 9 is 18. So 6 by 18, that is 1 by 3. 9 1 by 3, which is nothing but 9.33. Which is nothing but 9.33. So 9.33 is the square root of 87. Okay. So root 138. So the nearest, the just before perfect square I am taking is 121. So square root of 121 is 11. So what is the difference between 121 and 138? That is 17 by 11, 22. 17 by 22. So if you can go for a division, if you do division for 17 by 22, maybe you will get some 11.71. So 11.71 is the approximate square root of root 138. Not only the small numbers, some big numbers also with some approximations we can do it. Suppose someone is asking you what is the square root of 6000? What is the square root of 6000? 6000 is not a perfect square number, but still, you know, in the hundreds, if you see 4900 is the known perfect square, because this is somewhere in between root square root 70 square and 80 square, right? 70 square and 80 square. So that means 70 and 80. The answer will come between 70 and 80 because root 4900 is 70. So root 6400 will be 80. So I am not taking anyway this one. This is not useful. So I am taking only root 4900, that is 70. So obviously 70 will come here. So what is the difference between 4900 and 6000? That is 1100. So what is double of 70? That is 140. So clearly we can see, if you divide this, this is coming to be 55 by 7, 70, 55 by 7. So 70 plus, so 7 7s are 7, 6 by 7. That is nothing but 77, 6 by 7 actually. 6 by 7 fraction is almost equal to 1, kuch 0.85 ki, I think it will come somewhere near to 0.85. So 77.85. Approximately we can say the square root of 6000 is equal to 77.85. So this is a very effective method. The answers will be the accuracy of answers is almost 95 to 99%. So whenever calci is not allowed to you, particularly in some UPSC exams or most of the exams, when you are writing aptitude or reasoning or quant, you will not be having a calci except some exams like GATE exam. So this method will be highly useful to you to get the square root of non-perfect square numbers within seconds. Thank you.